Kia ora everybody, what's up? It's Robett. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you? I have been off the grid for 2 months now on social, and I wanted just to quickly say kia ora. I'm here. Everything's okay. I'm not in some crazy trouble. I haven't disappeared off into the flippin' wop-wops. I haven't thrown my toys because I can't back in due to political constraints, maybe. But I wanted to just quickly talk about today the headspace of why I challenge myself every sort of year or so that I just disappear off. So when I do these things, I literally delete all social media off my phone. I already don't have notifications, but I delete off my my LinkedIn, my Twitter, my Facebook, Instagram, everything. I just take it all off, and then I just go on living my life. And I do it for a couple of reasons, and I just wanted to maybe talk about one of the things which I've become aware of over time and time again is the danger of doing things for others as the priority instead of yourself. The danger of getting that dopamine hit of a like, a comment, a share, like, oh, people think my shit's dope or whatever it may be. And it's a dangerous spiral to get in because obviously, at the end of the day, when you're, creating product and you put it out there, you get the feedback from others. And, it's great to be acknowledged. It's great to be, to know that things that you do make impact for others. But I feel it can get a little bit dangerous. And you need to take a moment sometimes to stop and just kind of double question why you're doing what you're doing. Are you doing this to genuinely help others? Are you doing this to genuinely help yourself? Are you doing, if you take that thing away, that feedback loop of, gratification or happiness, the dopamine hit of likes and views and shares and all that stuff, why is it that you're doing what you're doing? And for me, I usually use this time when I go off the grid like this is to just double check that I'm not doing it because I need that dopamine hit of others engaging with my stuff, whatever. I'm not doing it for so I do it deliberately. So then I tell myself and I know and I validate that I can literally just delete it and just walk off and go on with my life, living the exact same, and I don't give a shit. And that's actually kind of what happens. And so for me, it makes me feel better, which means that when I choose to create content, when I choose to do these things that I do it because it's driven for the reason of either genuinely helping others or something that I've got in my head to want to get out the door, not doing it for the fact of thinking about, I'm only doing this because I want to then get something back. And it's a dangerous feedback loop. And so that's one of the things. The second one is I kind of think about just the headspace of where you're at of then choosing where you'd like to focus and reset a little bit, some of the time I'll be honest, this last sort of time, before I went offline, I had a few digs at a few things. I had a few jabs at some stuff, and I wanted to sense check with myself of, is that what I actually, am I off the grid and disconnected from reality, or what I feel is actually what I feel? And the answer is, what I feel is exactly what I feel. So everything that I've said is still totally 100% back up. And but it's good to give yourself a breather just to double check that you're just not drinking the Kool-Aid of just hype and just doing something without actually understanding the consequences. So why did I delete all stuff on social media? Because I want to make sure that when I choose to do things, I'm there by design. I have options. I can kind of choose to do what I want with my time, but I'm choosing to then engage and then want to do stuff. And I want to make sure that the drivers of what I do aren't predicated on the feedback loop of what comes as a byproduct after you've either got profile or likes and shares and comments or whatever it may be. That dopamine back, which is psychologically ingrained into the DNA, which can be potentially dangerous and actually has probably destroyed a lot of people's either careers and livelihoods for it. So for me, that's why I did it. Just like boom, boom, deuces. Peaced out for a couple months, did my own thing. Like, my life's been exactly the same. Still waking up, taking the girls to school, hanging out, doing my thing, golfing a bunch, doing whatever, watching my football. Like, my life's been the same. But just that has been one thing which I wanted to make sure. So now that I'm back at it, but also I have been a little secret squirrel. I've been working some stuff in the background. You'll see it very soon. And it's something to try and make a bit more of an impact. But I would have done that anyway, but I'm going to sort of talk about it. So question for yourself is, why are you doing what you're actually doing? And is the drivers and motivators what you think they are of what you do? Because sometimes the motivation and drivers can be potentially disconnected from the reality of what it really is, and it's good to sometimes sense check yourself. So that's it. I'm all good. I'm sweet. If you've been engaged with any of my business stuff, whatever behind the scenes, like, I've been busy. Just not seen it here, and that's a-okay. Sometimes social can become very dangerous with what the hype and vibe is versus the reality of like kill, and actually you might be cooking it or the other way. So that's not that at all. So that's it. Question yourself, your motivations, why you're doing what you're doing, and just sense check with yourself that you're doing the right things for the right reasons. That's all. Enjoy the day, crew, and I'll be seeing you very, very soon. Because now I've got some other stuff I want to talk about, so we can talk about it a little bit later. Good to be back. Kia ora. See you soon. Peace.